Yeah, my people, my people, my people. It's the Late Show, my people, the Late Show. Yeah, it says, it does what it says on the tin. Yeah, it is the Late Show. My people, my people. Good evening, my people, my people. It does what it says on the tin. It is a late show. Yeah, the late show. I've just stuck the hit the likes, my people, on the screen from the fantastic Peggy. Well done, darling. Thank you for that, Peggy. Yeah, people will come creeping into the late show because that's what it does. It is a late show. Yeah, I had a nice cup of soup during the break. And I supplemented this meagre rations with some Rivita crackers. So I'll say good evening to a few people here. Good evening to the fact notification. Good evening to the fact notification. And good evening to the fantastic Don Mingo. Don Mingo. And good evening to Diane Hunter. There's my thing. The fantastic, my co-host on the early show, Diane Hunter, but she's just going to rest in the chat at the moment, taking it easy. Yeah, she looked a little bit tired tonight. Oh, Diane, I hope I haven't misspoken. Looked a little bit tired. Not very tired, but she done a lot of dancing tonight. Diane did. Very nice dancing as well. It was too lovely. Good evening to Colin Neal. Inverness singers a song, Sparrow. Yeah, I won't be singing any songs on the late show tonight. I've got to keep the noise down a bit for the neighbours. Yeah, I was singing earlier. earlier I was. But not this time, not in the late show. Excuse me. I will have to knock on the head in the late show. Good evening to the Yorkshire's finest. Just been supporting my friend Peepo on his live. Oh, he had a live, did he? I know he does fishing and all that. I thought he was going to do fishing lives. You know, like fishing lives. Like the old rod, reel, fish. Yeah, it's quite a good thing, that is. Big sport. Fishing. Big sport it is. A lot of people are into that fishing big time. Yeah, big time. I'll tell you what I did notice. We haven't got a lot of people in the chat at the moment, but what I did notice, like I just caught a bit. I don't watch the whole lot. Like I just caught a bit of because somebody mentioned it in my chat earlier tonight. I think it was Positive Vibes. You know the lady Positive Vibes. She mentioned the thing about Ash String was on Fighting Trolls channel talking about the up and coming fight. Like, so I thought I jumped earlier just to, when I had my break, just to have a look at that bit. It was right at the beginning. I think it was on for about 10, 15 minutes or whatever. They were having a chat and all that. But what I took from that chat with Ash String and Fighting Trolls, obviously both of them are employing a bit of psychology here, but I think when I weigh up the answers going back and forth from both fellas to each other, I do detect that Fighting Trolls is scared. He's suffering from the fear factor. I sussed it out. I think deep down he knows that he's thinking, blooming hell, he's trying to be brave and bravado with it and all that, but there's intrepidation there, especially when Ash String mentioned when he went down to do training with Hector. You know Hector? Yeah, Hector is a boxing trainer. Yeah, he went down to do some training with Hector, and Hector came on the thing as well. And Ash String says, "What did you think of me the first time you seen me, Hector?" Hector made a description. He said, "Yeah, he's a very, very big, strong, powerful bloke." Yeah, that's what he used. That's the sort of words he used. And when you looked at Fighting Trolls' face, blooming hell, like you could see the fear the fear and trepidation was going through fighting trolls. Yeah, he's showing the fear factor. I think deep down, I think he might know he's onto a loser here, because the ash string, when he was talking about it and all that, who's going to win and all that, it's fighting trolls keeps. Oh, he wants to kid himself on that he's going to win, like kid himself on kidology on himself. He wants to hear people say, I think you'll win and all that. So he's asking Ash String, what do you think and all that? He goes, in fighting troll system, I'm going to look at you. I'm going to look at your eyes on the night of the fight. I'm going to look at your eyes. Ash String replied with a very, I'll use the word scary, sort of vicious retort. He said, I'm going to look through you, bro. I'm going to look through you, bro. Fighting trolls. Oh, he looked worried. Oh, he looked really, really worried when he said that. Yeah, the psychological battle has been won already by Ash String. Ash String, yeah. And then when Fighting Trolls was asking him about his training and all that, you know, trying to find out stuff and all that, he said, have you been this is Fighting Trolls to Ash String, or have you been using the weights? Have you been Ash String just says, no, I haven't been using the weights. I am already a powerful, strong fellow from my job. Yeah, he's lifting weights on every day of the week in his job. And Fighting Trolls looked really worried by that. Oh, was what you doing? He said, I'm working on my cardio, and I've got other stuff going on which will remain secret. And Fighting Trolls was really, 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 really worried about that. Yeah, he was really worried about it. Yeah, Fighting Troll system. Because whilst this is going on, Ash String is taking on board carbs. He's eating his grub while he's doing this. He's jumped onto this Fighting Trolls thing. Yeah, he's eating his grub. And Fighting Troll says to Ash String, what are you eating? And he came out with something like potatoes, peas or something like that, or green beans, potato, green beans and salmon. Only the finest quality carbs pre-fight. Blooming hell, his face nearly dropped. I think Fighting Trolls is on pot noodles at the minute. Yeah, he's probably brought them in bulk down at that hotel wherever he's staying or whatever, a bed and breakfast. Yeah, so so he's got the fear factor. Fighting Trolls has got the fear factor, but he is psychologically broken at the moment. He's already making up all the excuses for getting beat. And he's already making it, like, laying the groundwork for defeat, because defeat is inevitable in my book. Defeat is inevitable. This guy is one strong lump, this Ash String, and all I do is put it down to his job as a roofer, humping all the tiles about every day of the week, all the year round for years. Picking up that grinder thing for the slates and all that, cutting up stuff. It's all strength of the arms and the upper body. Okay, you can put on a bit of beef if you don't do anything else, but the basic strength and conditioning is there. And he said it himself, Ash String. The only thing he's going to really be concentrating on, apart from a few tactics and all that, which are neither here nor there, he will be concentrating on his cardio. He will be concentrating on. Let me just say good evening to a few people who have come into the chat a bit later after I started my little talk thing. Yeah, I said good evening to them. Let me see, I know who I've said good evening to. I did say good evening to Yorkshire's Finest, and I'll just say it again in case. Good evening, Yorkshire's Finest, and good evening to Darryl. Yeah, let's go down the chat a bit. Good evening to the Sean Logue. Yeah, Sean Logue, evening to you. Yeah, this is on the Late Show we are, aren't we? PTC, Paul Taylor Cook. Good evening to you, fella. He's a good guy. Alan B. Good evening to Alan B. Yeah, Ash is very powerful. You've took the words right out of my mouth there, Alan B. You've took the words right out of my mouth. Tracy Spearman. Good evening to the Tracy Spearman. Yeah, I like that little picture, Tracy. You look nice, darling. You look well good. Good evening to the fact notification. He only speaks facts, and the facts are that Rufus graft. Yeah, he's got a natural strongness, strength through his job. Strength through his job. So where we're at the moment with the fighting trolls. The fighting trolls is definitely on the back foot. He's on the back foot. I mean, all these things that he's doing, whatever he's doing at that place, like, and all that, all these different things, they're not going to save him when he gets into that 12 by 12 bare knuckle. All that rolling about with that thing. Did you see that wheel thing? I never even watched the video, but he's got something, I don't know what it is. It's like a wheel with two wee handles sticking in it like that. It looks like a toy thing or something. And he's rolling it, and I don't think he can get back. He rolls it, this wheel, this wheel thing. Like, I think he would have been better off getting a wheelbarrow or something and like filling it up with concrete or bricks and pushing that about. He's on the deck on his knees, holding this wheel with two wee handles sticking in it, and he's rolled forward and he's got stuck. I don't know if he has to go further. He's got stuck and he can't get back. I think I never actually watched the full video, but I think he falls over. He falls over, pushing the wheel. This little wheel thing. This is a high-tech training that he's receiving at the moment. Yeah, they call this on the top training stuff and all that. What a load of old cobblers that turns out to be. The wheel. That is the wheel. The only wheel he wants to be worried about at the minute fighting trolls is the wheel of fortune. And the wheel of fortune and prediction, yeah, has spinned, and it's spinned and it's stopped. And it stopped at a victory, a big win for Ash String. That's where the wheel of fortune has stopped it. That is the prediction. The prediction is there. It is in the stars. The prediction of the win for Ash String. Now you can try pushing that wheel thing up and down for a couple of weeks. He's got 2 weeks left to master the wheel. 2 little handles, a small wheel, get down there fighting trolls, push the wheel out and come back. Yeah. See if you can do that without falling over on your side. But I think that most people would agree that the power of the man Ash String is a very, very, very strong force for victory. Very, very strong force for victory. Yeah, he recognises his cardio needs to be tuned up, and he will tune his cardio up. Yeah, he will tune his cardio up, by the way. I think he said he ran round some field about 10 times a night. Yeah, he's been out there chucking all them slates about the roof, like toning himself up and that, and then he's running around the thing after work. As I say, he was taking on a nice meal tonight off of salmon, potatoes and green beans, I think it was. Excellent food. Fighting trolls is on pot noodles at the minute, stuck in a hotel. Yeah, pot noodles. Unless he rings up for the odd pizza or kebab or something, I don't know what he's getting, but he's not getting the proper nutrients down there, I don't think. And our guy we support, the Ash String, is taking on adequate carbohydrates and calories. He's taking on the correct calories to fuel his body for this fight. And this fight is this is my prediction, this fight is going to last 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes in total. Yeah, Ashton will knock him out in 1.5 minutes, or it will stop him. It will bush. It'll hit him with it'll hit him with a cracking punch. And he'll either be knocked sparkle, or else he won't be able to continue. He'll pull out. He'll throw the towel in. He's going to hit him with one. Boom. I'll give him 1 minute and 30 seconds, and it'll be all over. Round one. Round one. This is what's going to happen. Yeah. Prediction. The prediction from the eminent pundit. Yeah, I am the eminent pundit, and that is a prediction. 1 minute 30 seconds. The fight will not go on any longer than 1 minute 30 seconds. Bish bash wallop. It's going to be hard, brutal, and fast. It's very, very fast. Very, 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 very fast. Oh, yeah, it's going to be very, very fast. As I say at the minute, I think that psychologically, I think that Ashton has actually won the psychological battle. I've seen both of them talking on Fighting Trolls channel, yeah, only for about 10 minutes. And Fighting Trolls is scared. You can see he's scared behind the bravado, but he's putting up you can see he's putting up a very weak false front, but you can see the worry in his eyes. And that was the telling fact was when Fighting Trolls says to Ashton, I'm going to look into your eyes before the fight. I'm going to look into your eyes. And Ashton replied to him with a very sinister reply. He said, I'm going to look straight through you. Blooming hell, Fighting Trolls, when it started, he was like you shivering. You could see the fear in his eyes when Ashton replied, straight faced and everything serious. He goes, I'm going to go look right straight through you. Ooh, Fighting Trolls, like, oh, you gave the game away there, Fighting Trolls. The fear was there. The fear. We could sense the fear. You couldn't even hide the fear. You could not hide the fear. And you will not be able to hide when these punches get thrown at you. You won't be able to hide in a 12x12. Yeah? And just looking at that training method you're doing, I mean, that is just that thing with that wheel thing you've got on the deck. You know, that wheel thing with the two handles. If you can't master that wheel thing, pushing it up and down, back and forth, what are you going to do in the bare knuckle ring? You can't even do that wheel. Well, what's that wheel thing for anyway, Fighting Trolls? Can you tell us? What were you doing? Huh? It was a bit like Carry On Regardless. It's a bit like Carry On Regardless with the wheel. I call that the Wheel of Fortune. That's the Wheel of Fortune. Hang on, let me look at the chat and see what this is. Says here. Let's get something from the chat. We'll get a bit of a thing with the chat. This guy Colin Neal says, Sparrow, is 15 days training enough though for Ash? Well, let me put it this way. If we see this bare knuckle boxing, I'm going to summarise this because I went banging on about it in the early live and all that. This thing about all these people in gyms, you know, punching punch bags, Colin, you know, all that punch bags with gloves on and all that. It's a waste of time. Yeah, all these people punching punch bags and pads, all that. It's a waste of time. When you do bare knuckle boxing, it's just the fist, bone on bone. Maybe there's a few soft spots on the body, but mainly it's bone on bone. So these guys that are thumping into these bags and all that, when they take the gloves off and they get into the bare knuckle with another opponent, they can't go throwing punches like that. they'll break their wrists or they'll break their knuckles. They don't. The natural mechanism in your head knows that, all right, you're going to punch somebody, but you're going to just do a certain force. You're not going to go like that and break your hand. You won't do it. You don't do it. What you do in the gym with all these punch bags and gloves, you cannot replicate that in bare knuckle boxing. It's a completely different thing. Right, so what I'm saying is, in effect, to distill this bare knuckle boxing fight, I'll give you an idea of it. Two guys walking down the road, yeah? You know, two fellas about the same height or whatever. One bumps into the other one or something, they have a row, right? Right, forget about kicking and all that and what have you. Just say they have a punch-up, fist punch-up. That punch-up's going to last about what? I don't know. a minute, sometimes 30 seconds, depends if somebody sticks a good one on one. It's not going to last very long. If you get two tasty blokes, they're quite thingy, it might go on for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, right? So this thing like about fitness and all that, these people in gyms, the only thing that they need for a bare knuckle boxing is somebody, you've got to have a bit of strength, haven't you? So we can ascertain that Ashstring is as strong as an ox because he's a roofer. He's up there chucking slates about all day. He's carrying that sawing up stuff. He's got strength. What the only thing that he's got to tune up on, in 2 weeks he'll be okay, is cardio. Yeah, he wants to get the old heart beating. So go running around the park, get on running machines, maybe do some sit-ups, something where you get exertion. You want to get your cardio up. Yeah, that's it. So 2 weeks, yeah. I mean, the amount of time this fight's going to take and all that, you don't need to do loads of training for that. If your breathing's all right, I'm talking about, you know, the people that have got the strength and all that, the breathing, this thing is all going to boil down to the elements I say that are important are accuracy, yeah, accurate punches, accuracy, speed. I'm just demonstrating, yeah, like, yeah, speed. So you've got your accuracy, speed, yeah, timing. Let's get it right. When the guy throws one, you get it right, bush. Timing, so that's accuracy, speed, timing, movement. Dance a bit in your feet, yeah, accuracy, speed, timing, movement, and last but not least, cardio. That's the five, yeah. Let me put them in the chat. I'll write them down in case there's any budding bare knuckle boxers who want to know the 5 elements, yeah. Hang on, the 5, I'll write this down. 5 key, this is only coming from me as an expert pundit, yeah, expert pundit, self-proclaimed pundit. I'm not a bare knuckle boxer or a bare knuckle trainer. This is just my, from my punditry, yeah. This is the five key elements. Let me just put this in the chat for you. Yeah, if anybody wants to make a note of this, yeah, 5 key elements. Or else you can take a screenshot of it if you want to take up bare knuckle boxing. So we'll say accuracy. Let's put the number in. Accuracy. Yeah, I'll put these in the chat for you because in case there's any budding bare knuckle boxers. Accuracy. Let's get on to number 2. Speed. Where am I? Speed. 3. I'm nearly there. Timing. Yeah. 4. Movement. These are the 5 elements. And number 5 is cardio. let me put number 5. Number 5. I don't know if I should call them the key elements or the there's another word for it, principle, the 5 principle, 5 key, the 5 key principles. 5 key principles, I think, would be better. Principles. Yeah, this is good for anybody that wants to take up the bare knuckle boxing. Right, so that's the 5 key principles are, there we go, I'll stick them on the board. 5 key principles are 1, accuracy, 2, speed, 3, timing, 4 movement, 5, cardio. When I say movement, that's like dancing, you know, on your feet. Would you call it dancing? Shall I put that in dancing? I'll do / dancing. Hang on, there we go. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll put the key principles on. I'll put the key principles in the chat. Yeah, here we go. Let's put the 5 key principles in the chat. Blimey, the chat's moved right up there. What am I doing? Right, here we go. See the 5 key principles I put on screen? Number 1, accuracy. Yeah, accuracy. 2, speed. Yeah. 3, timing. You've got to time your, when somebody throws a shot, timing. Bosh. 4, movement. Yep. Movement and dancing. You're dancing at the same time, like on your feet, on your toes. And number 5, cardio. Get your cardio up. That's the 5 key principles. You go by the 5 key principles and you can't go wrong. Now, this is only me speaking. I have to emphasize this. I'm only speaking in my capacity as a self-proclaimed expert pundit. Yeah, self-proclaimed. I'm entitled on YouTube to call myself an expert pundit because I've just proclaimed it. Yeah, I proclaimed that I am an expert pundit. People can disagree with me, the principles, but the principles are there. I have put them up there for people. And if people do take those key principles in the bare knuckle boxing, they could be successful. But getting back to what do you call it? Back to Ashstring and Paul, yeah, fighting trolls. Ashstring and fighting trolls. Yeah, I think that Ashstring has already won the psychological battle. You can see the fear. The fear is now coming. It's emanating and dripping from fighting trolls. Also, I don't know what he was doing with that wheel thing today, but that training method with that little wheel with handles, yeah, it's a very, very dodgy training method. You push the wheel out. You push your wheel out, you get stuck, and then you fall over. I do not understand this wheel with 2 handles on it. What does that do for bare knuckle? For bare knuckle, what does it do for bare knuckle? The wheel with 2 handles sticking out of either side. Are you doing this thing with the wheel? Anybody got any ideas what that wheel does? But we go back to the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is going to stop on a victory for Ashstring. The big win. Yeah, the big win. It's going to be the big win. Let me check the chat. I think the people in the chat on the whole liked my key principles. I would like to know what Shannon thinks, because he looks like he's a proper boxer. Yeah, blimey hell, he looks a business. Shannon the Cannon. I wonder what he thinks about my key principles. Let me put them back up again. Sorry, let me find my key principles. What do you think, Shannon the Cannon? What do you think of my key principles for bare knuckle boxing? Have you got any ideas, Shannon? Let's see what it says. Don't forget, Shannon, I'm only like a expert pundit, self-proclaimed as well, but that's my key principles for bare knuckle boxing: accuracy, speed, timing, movement / dancing, and cardio. Do you think that they were good principles, Shannon the Cannon? Yeah, see what Shannon says. See what Shannon says. Hang on a minute. Yeah, see what Shannon says. I mean, he looks like the business nut photograph thing on his thing. Like, he looks a business. He does. Yeah, yeah. Shannon knows a lot of stuff here, I think. What's this thing about bare knuckle? The chances are, if you took, this is why this is why I disagree with the training methods that are going on at the moment with a lot of people. I do not think this is a good thing to be punching these punch bags with boxing gloves and pads, punching things with pads with boxing gloves on, because when you take the boxing gloves off, you're not going to do the same sort of punch. I think somebody should experiment by punching the pads without gloves, just with bare knuckle. Why don't you just punch your pads with bare knuckle? Why? It's still a bit of pad you're hitting, isn't it? It's a bit closer to bone upon bone, because that's what's going to happen in reality, bone on bone. It's very, very vicious, this bare knuckle stuff. But what I'm saying is, honest, at the moment, these people in gyms are having a false economy. They're training for something that does not exist. In other words, if you're punching a punch bag with boxing gloves or punching pads with boxing glove, that's not the same as when you go in and start punching somebody without boxing gloves. It is not the same. You know, it's no rocket science. It's not the same. And you're not going to go in there and throw big punches like you do with boxing gloves, because the boxing glove absorbs a lot of this, you know, when you hit the bag and all that, it's not going to do your hand up. But you do the same punch at the same force without boxing gloves, you're liable to break your knuckles or break your hand or fingers. The human mind will only let you punch to a certain extent when it thinks there's probably something just inbuilt in you that you're not going to do too much damage to yourself. You know, you could do, but it would be lessened. So you're not going to get these people swinging about doing all that stuff like that with boxing gloves. It's not going to happen. Yeah, that's why I've seen accuracy, the 5 key principles. Accuracy, yeah, accurate punches, pick your punches. Speed, that's good. Timing and movement, / dancing, and cardio. This is the thing. Well, hang on, I'll stick the link in. Hang on, I think Liam's jumping on. Let me get the link. Sorry, I've got to get a link. Yeah, I'll get the link in. Just getting a link. Just copy the link. Yeah, look, there's Shannon's got some good stuff there. Look, I'll stick the link in. I'm getting good stuff for the people in the chat. They know a lot about this boxing stuff. As I say, I'm not an expert, so take my stuff with a pinch of salt. I'm just like a pundit. I'm not an expert. There's people probably in the chat know a lot more than I do. I'm just like a pundit. Yeah. But it's good stuff I'm getting from the chat. I've just put the link in for it. I think Liam's going to jump on. Huh? Or whatever. Anyway, I've put the link in. Yeah. Or maybe you don't want a link. Somebody said link for Liam. Anyway, I'll put a link in if somebody wants to jump on to talk about the boxing, the bare knuckle. Oh, here he is. There's Liam. Maybe Liam's talking about the bare knuckle.
Hello.
How are you doing there?
It's a very subdued Liam tonight because I've been hit with astonishing news.
What, mate? What?
My daughter has just told me that she's pregnant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And what can you do?
Yeah, what can you do, man? Yeah. Unexpected, is it? Unexpected, like, sort of thing?
Yeah, it's very unexpected, I think, really. But
yeah.
you know, it's the familiar tale, isn't it? You know, she's a young girl pregnant, and is the boyfriend on the scene? I don't know, but she said, Dad, I've been so scared to tell you for 2 weeks. I thought you'd go mad. I said, listen, I'd never go mad. You're my daughter. I love you. Not the end of the world. Everybody's done it.
Yeah. That's true enough.
So, yeah, that's it. And she said, have I put you off your singing? I said, just a fucking bit.
Just, you bounce back.
I don't know. I don't know what to say to things like this. I don't know, but I mean, what can you say? What can you say?
Yeah. Peggy says that's a good one. Look, Peggy says, Liam, there's worse things than a baby. yeah. What? Yeah, but don't forget you'll be a grandfather as well.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, you'll be a granddad as well. Like, you'll be a grandfather. Like, you know.
Look, watch, wait, look. Siobhan, come and stand up to your responsibilities. People want to talk to you. She won't engage, Sparrow.
No, that's right. But then anyway, you'll be a grandfather.
There's not a lot I can do, is there really?
Nah. You've just got to show support, ain't you? Support.
Yeah. Hey, look, listen, I'll always support her. I mean, it's took a massive thing for to say this to me, but I'll always support. She's my little girl. I just, I'm a little bit kind of like this at the minute, but things happen with girls and things happen in situations, but
that's right. Yeah.
You know, I can't.
Once it sinks in, like once you get it sinks in for a few days, you'll be okay. Like,
well, you know, it'll probably sink in. It'll probably sink in when the baby's about fucking 16.
Yeah.
No, you know, I'm laughing because it's. I said to her, I said, you say the most stupid things. I said to her, well, how the fucking hell did this happen? She went, well, how do you think, Dad?
Yeah. So how old is she? A bit, if you don't mind me asking. How old is she? How old?
She's 20.
Yeah, 20's young, isn't it? Young these days.
Yeah. It's a fucking massive thing for me to comprehend at this minute. You know what I
mean? Yeah.
But what can you do? Do a persecute her? Do a get on her back? I don't know. Young girls, any women in the chat, to give me a little bit of advice, because I live on my own and I've got a beautiful daughter. How do you go about this? Because I'm not saying people have been in this position before, but you know, it helps. I don't know. I've not got all the answers.
No, that's it. Yeah, that's true enough. Yeah.
That's you know. Is she any different in my eyes? No, not really. She's still my beautiful little girl.
Yeah, you know? Right. Yeah.
Is it going to stop her doing what she wants to do? I don't think so. Because if you've got it there, she can go from strength to strength.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But, as a father, and I'll always say to her, whatever she does, I love her and I'll always be there for her because she's my little girl. I know she's not my little girl, but she's my little girl, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Definitely.
Anyway, so I just wanted to say that anyway. So I'm gonna go now anyway, and
yeah.
signing off. Hey,
Yeah.
it all happens to all 71. It all happens to all 71.
Oh yeah, you'll be okay, man. Hey, have a good night. Let it sink in, man.
Fucking hell. Hey. look. She said to me, she made me laugh. She said to me, she said, "You've not got your wig and glasses on now, have you?" I said, "No, I fucking haven't."
Oh, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Thank you. See you, Sparrow.
You have a good night, mate. Yeah, good night's sleep, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a surprise, wasn't it? Yeah, he's got the news there. So he's going to be a grandfather. Liam will be a grandfather. Yeah, I mean, these days and all that. Oh, excuse me. Oh, let me have a drink of water. Yeah, these days it's different, isn't there? There's loads of support things and all that. I mean, you can see like lassies that age and still go to university, colleges, all that. Then it's a different era, isn't it? Like it's not like donkeys years ago. Like it's a modern age, isn't it? Like sort of thing. Things change, so it won't hold her back on nothing. Aye, and he's a granddad. He will be a granddad. Well, Liam, there you go. Yeah, it'll sink in tonight, and you'll be okay tomorrow. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah. Oh yeah, good luck with that. Let's go back to the boxing thing at the minute. You know the thing about the bare knuckle? I put the principles in and all that, didn't I? Yeah, there's loads of people congratulating Liam in the chat. We'll do some of that. Like, yeah, congratulations, Liam. Yeah, Jim Murphy. Give it a big hug, Liam. I look forward to being a grandfather. She will need her family, mate, and always be your little girl. Yeah. Congratulations from my co-host, Diane Hunter. Yeah, you know Diane Hunter, the dancing queen. Woo. Yeah. Shannon's seen the boxer. Phone the lad and find out what his plans are. Yeah. You'll probably find something about that. Yeah, it's all happening, isn't it? Let me go here. Jadri. Good stuff, Liam. Good stuff, Liam. Peggy. Liam, you're going to be a granddad, me granddad Joe. Oh yeah, Shannon's saying about the fella. He could be a really good lad and you got nothing to worry about. Yeah, it could be. We've got to look on the bright side, isn't it? You've got to look on the bright side. Yeah, fact notification. Imagine having Liam as your granddad, B class. Yeah. Joe Glabus, there's Joe Glabus. Yeah, he's a family man and all that. Sparrow, you well, pal? Yeah, Joe, I'm good. Yeah, are you good, Joe? Yeah. I've just been giving out my take on things about the bare knuckle boxing and all that. Yeah, I've done a spontaneous live this morning, speaking about the bare knuckle boxing and that. And yeah, I think Ash Strings is in the driving seat. He's in the driving seat. Yeah. Definitely, like in the driving seat. I mean, he's got fighting trolls on the back foot. Yeah, fighting trolls is. Oh, he looks worried. As I say, I don't think fighting trolls' training methods are the most efficient. He's playing a bit with this little wheel thing. It's like a wheel, small little wheel, about that size, with two handles. and he rolls up and down on the floor with this wheel. Don't know what he's trying to do with that thing, but I think he falls over as well with it. So yeah, it must be doing something with that wheel thing. If anybody knows what that wheel thing that Fighting Trolls does is supposed to do with bare knuckle, I would like to know. Send your answers on a postcard. Send your answers on a postcard. No stamp required. To the J Sparrow channel, Jockney Sparrow channel. Yeah. Oh, Jimmy Albigrass give me some information on this thing. It's an ab wheel. Ab wheel. God blimey, ab wheel. Well, I mean, I'm not a thingy one, but I do a bit. I'm quite generally fit in that, as I have to be, as being a self-proclaimed expert pundit. I do sit-ups. You know, sit-ups. I've never done any today, by the way. I'll have to do them tomorrow, I think. I do sit-ups for the old abs. You know the abs? Yeah, I do sit-ups for the abs. Sorry, I'm not just showing you the top of my head. Like, I just want to check my keyboard. Like, don't like to blooming spray at it when I'm talking. Yeah, what am I doing here with this? Yeah, checking my keyboard. Yeah, as I say, yeah, let's check that. Maybe that's it. Yeah. Yeah, this ab wheel, and I just do the sit-ups. I do. Change your abs. Well, maybe it does something, but I just stick to the thing, like, you know, the sit-ups. Do them, a few sit-ups and that. Pardon me. Pardon me. Yeah, Joe Glabus says, Liam, you will be the best granddad ever, bro. Oh yeah, he will be. He will be. On the Late Show, innit, as well. On the Late Show. There's Liam there. She's my little girl. I'm heartbroken. Oh. There you go. Colin Neil, I'm with PP, Team Pablo. Yeah, it's a shame that you're going to be disappointed on the night. And this is just being totally objective. I'll tell you what. This is what I base the big win on Ashstring with the following evidence, which I think will win it. Ashstring is a working man. He's been working for donkey's years as a roofer. Have a look at him on the roof, chucking in tiles about and all that, carrying tiles up the roof. The guy is as strong as an ox. Yeah, upper body strength, strong as an ox, shoulders, all the muscles on the back, etc., etc. Also got the leg muscles will be toned by going up the ladder, up and down a ladder. Yes. Right, he's not been doing training in gyms or nothing, but a couple of weeks to get his cardio up and all that. He's got the he's got the strength. Put it this way, he's 3 times stronger than Fighting Trolls. Yeah, he's 3 times stronger than them. Yeah, that's evidential based, and I think psychologically he's got the upper hand because Fighting Trolls has been exuding. He's been exuding when he talks to Ash. He exudes fear. He looks fearful of Ashstring. Yeah, when he says to Ashstring, I'm going to be looking into your eyes on the night of the fight, Ashstring replied back very sinister. I'm going to be looking through you, bro. I'm going to be looking through you, bro. Oh, blooming hell. Fighting Trolls just started. He was nearly shaking in his boots. He was shaking in his boots. So I think there you go. I think this fight, I'm going to make a prediction. The fight will last no longer than 1 minute and 30 seconds. And it will either be a KO knockout punch delivered by Ash Strings to Fighting Trolls, or else it will be a punch that causes damage to the effect that Fighting Trolls will no longer, they'll throw the towel in his corner or whatever, and he will no longer be in a fit state to continue. So this is what I think is going to be a 1 minute and 30 second fight. Let me check the chat to see if anybody's got any information on that. 1 minute and 30 seconds, I give it maximum fight. Yeah. Old School Pete's got a good one here. Wheels for his fitness, Sparrow. Think they set him up to laugh at. I never let people use mine unless they could. One mate's chain is scarred for life. Another nearly bit through his tongue because of it. God blimey, man. God blimey. Yeah, Old School Pete's got a lot of good information there. A lot of good information. Well, that's very good information, by the way. Let's see. Let's check out this one from. Oh, here we go, from Just in Time. Scaffolder, roofers, roadworksmen, one of the strongest about, including some bin men. Look at Danny Christie. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, manual labour, innit? You know manual labour? If you know what that thing is, you will realise that the manual labour keeps people quite fit. Keeps people fit, it does. Colin Neal comes in here with, in my opinion, it's harder to look into someone's eyes than look through them. That to me is a sign of weakness again, only my opinion. I think what you've misinterpreted, but what you meant by that, what you meant was Fighting Troll said, I will look into your eyes. And what Ash String was saying, what he was getting at when he said, well, I will look through them. That means that he's looking, not only is he looking into the eyes, he's looking right inside the person and going through them. Yeah, he can, it's a psychological ploy. So looking through somebody, yeah, is a sign of superior strength and psychological will to win. So you've misinterpreted the saying, Colin. Yeah, go up and check that out. Check it out in Google or Wikipedia. You will find that looking through somebody is a more powerful saying. It's a more powerful saying. Yeah. But we take on board what you were saying there. So the fact that Ash String is going to look through him is a psychological winner. Yeah. If you want a steward's inquiry into that one, Colin, let me know in the chat and I'll rethink about it. I'll look for further information for you. Yeah. Oh, Mo's going to sleep. You know, a little lady from Glasgow, originally Glasgow, now in Liverpool. She's got the two birds, parakeets, Jock and Sparrow. She named them after me. Chuck a little curtain over the cage if you want them to be quiet tonight while you're sleeping, darling. Yeah, so they get darkness. Jock and Sparrow are going to sleep now. Yeah, they deserve their sleep. So, Jockney Sparrow. Yeah, Colin Neal at the moment is now looking about for things to find out if I was correct about looking through the ice. Not looking at the ice, looking through the ice, going right through. I think I was bang on. I was bang on about that one. Yeah. Don't forget as well, Colin Neal, I am only an expert pundit, but I am a self-proclaimed expert pundit. Yeah, self-proclaimed. Yeah. Yeah, Paul Taylor Cook. It's very emotive looking through you. Use of words in it. Yeah, I like that one, in it. Yeah. Yeah. I like that one. In it. In it, bro. In it, bro. Yeah, Colin's laughing his head off now. Yeah, we're all having a laugh here, man. Does anybody take this serious? But like serious. The people definitely. I've got people throwing things at their computer at the minute. Like, there's not a lot of people on the thing, but maybe when you watch the repeat and that, there's people shouting at the computer on TVs and all that about the self-proclaimed, yeah, expert pundit. I've even got probably boxing coaches out there, you know, like the amateur ones and all that. If somebody comes across me, they're all throwing things at the screen, aren't they? They can jump on. I'm going to stick the link in, see if somebody wants to jump on. Maybe I'll get one of these pundits. No pundits, sorry, experts. Jump on. You're welcome. I'm going to stick a link in. If any boxing experts there, yeah, I've done a bit or whatever. Bare knuckle boxing experts are especially welcome. I don't think there's many of them about. But if there's any bare knuckle boxing experts there, jump on the link. Just click on the link. A page will come up. Scroll down the page. Hit enter studio at the bottom of the page and you'll come through. And I will hear what you've got to say. Like, as I say, I am only speaking in my capacity as a self-proclaimed expert pundit. Nothing less, nothing more. Yeah, expert by name, expert by nature, pundit. Yeah, that's me. So don't throw things at your computer screens or smash your phones up when I'm giving you my take on things. Yeah. Yeah, I can't sing because it's too late at night. My neighbours would, like, I can't do it on the late show, I'm afraid. I can only do it on spontaneous lives during the day or the early live, 7 till 10. Tomorrow I'm up studio, you know, tomorrow, 1 o'clock, I'm in the studio with my little Scottish singer, finalising the track. I might do something on my phone up the studio and stick a video on tomorrow, but there's a possibility I might not be on tomorrow night on my early live. You might not see me till Monday, after tomorrow night, Monday. Yeah, you see me Monday if I'm not on tomorrow night. I'm in the studio with doing this music and we're recording our artists for the song. Hopefully the two songs will be out by the end of the month. The little Scottish singer, my new singer, and me singing another song. 2 videos, musical videos will come out and bosh, you'll hit the channel like that. Pow, pow, pow. Yeah, pow, bish, bash, wallop. Bow, bow, bow. Woo. Yeah. So, as I say, people, don't take it too serious. Like, I mean, if everybody's got a different point of view, but I do think that on the day, I'm going to go for the 1 minute 30 seconds. That's how long I think that fight will last for, and it's going to be either a KO win for Ashton, that's knockout win for Ashton, or else he will win within 1 minute 30 seconds through a stoppage. He will stop his opponent fighting trolls, or he will knock him out. Take your pick, but it's only going to last 1 minute and 30 seconds. No longer. No longer. Bish, bash, wallop. Yeah. Yeah, anybody jumping on? I'll put the link in there for you. Yeah. Anybody jumping on? I've got an hour to go. I've got an hour off the Late Show. Yeah. Yeah, very quiet down here now. Oh, here comes Peepee. Peepee's fired up. He's going to come on to defend his boy. He's going to defend this boy fighting trolls. Guys, get ready for me. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Hang on. Here he comes. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, oi.
Oi, oi. I can't hear properly, Jockney. Let me just adjust my mic. 1 second, guys.
Yeah.
Not working.
Can you hear me?
Also,
I'll keep talking so you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me calling? Oh.
You're calling. I can hear you calling now.
Yeah, evening, fella. Evening.
Right.
Yeah.
Oi, I'm mastering this.
What?
Let me. Oh, bloody hell. Let me turn on the live feed again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
bloody gone, isn't I?
No, you're frozen. You're just, your picture's like frozen, like still.
Yeah, that's. I've done something wrong here. I've done something bloody wrong.
Oh,
I think I'm.
Take your time,
I
man.
think I'm good at it. Let me jump out. I'll jump back in, Jockney. Give me 2 seconds, brother.
No worries, man. Take your time, fella. Take your time. Whoa.
I will prevail.
Yeah, PP's coming through. Yeah, is it there? Oi, Savaloy. Oi, Savaloy. I'll put the link back in for him. Let me put the link back in. Down the bottom. I'll stick the link back in. Yeah, I've stuck the link back in at the bottom, PP. That might be easier to get on that link. Sometimes if it don't work the first time, if you do it twice, it works. It depends. Works. And if you look at Paul Ferris live TV. Here he comes, here he is. Oi. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, PB?
It's not you, it's me. Where I've been doing a live, I do something and it plays around with let me just try this out.
Yeah, take your time, man.
I will, Jockney. God bless.
Well, if you can hear me, I can hear you. I can see you and everything. Everything's cool.
I can hear you now. Right, now I've got to do is get out of here.
Yeah.
What it is, I can change a setting.
He's changing his settings. Oh, what's he doing, man? He's changing his settings, he is. Oh, yeah, he's changing his settings. Yeah. Yeah, he's coming through in a minute. Yeah, PB's changing his settings, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Pardon me, what we got up here? Private, what's that? Private Man Keith. Eyes are the windows to our souls, not just boxing. If you look at Paul Ferris live CV, may have looked like an accountant, but you look through the roughest, toughest people in Britain, including Tam McGraw. Yeah. Ah, did he? There you go. There you go. Who's Tam McGraw? Yeah. Here we go, there's PP. All right, PP.
I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Happy bloody day. I'll tell you what is a learning curve. What I need to learn is make moderators for my channel. That is a learning curve. So, what is going on, Mr. Jockney?
Yeah, man.
Good. People.
Yeah. Good, man. Good. How are you getting on with your live streams? Are you doing them okay?
I am doing them okay. I'm eliminating. Sorry, I've had a few beers tonight. Saturday night. I work all week. Bloody hell, I've got to have a beer. I know people criticise for that, but it's all happy, mate. I am working on them. I'm learning them, and they will be mastered. So soon we'll all be in France doing it. I was just a bit confused what happened with my friend. Yorkshire's Finest is my friend. I've known him, not from YouTube. I know him personally. He's a good friend of mine. I know he's just left me a message. I don't know what's been happening. So I was a bit confused, a bit behind on who we're talking to and who not. YouTube's mad. The dynamics, don't they change?
Oh, yeah. It's quick fire on YouTube, man.
It is. It's quicker than the quiz. Imagine you have a YouTube quiz where you could answer the dynamics of YouTube before they happened. Now that would be some kind of that would be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I think if you don't take it seriously and that, you can have a good laugh. You know, like YouTube. Yeah,
exactly. That is exactly it. That's exactly it, Jockney. Like you've, Jockney. Sorry, guys. Look, I've had a few Heinekens. I'm a bit not pissed, but I can't drive, and I won't. But that is exactly it, mate. It's La La Land. You nailed it when you called it La La Land. That is exactly what it is. La La Land. I've got a bloody dog. Let me dog in because she's scratching and then she'll want to go out again. 2 seconds. Happy days, guys.
Happy days. He's got his dogs going. Yeah, happy days, man. Happy days. Yeah. So when are you going to France for fishing or something? You're going to fishing?
Yeah, we're going fishing. We've got a lake booking. That means we've booked the whole lake out. We've got Fox Lake. It's on the Abbey Lakes complex. And we're going the 1st of April to the 8th. So we've got a whole week.
All right. Any particular place in France? Where is the place called?
It's not. All I will say is it's not far. The last time we went to France, bloody hell, we were driving for like 12, 13 hours. It was a lovely place, but we had a heat wave. And in England, we had the heat wave in England. I keep my own fish. I got my own car, and I lost loads of them because we just moved house. So I had them in. It's my fault. Now, before anyone criticises me on this, right? And it broke my heart losing my fish. I put them in. It was a big pool. It was.
Yeah. Well, your sounds went, PP. Your sounds went, mate. Hello.
That's my wife.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. What was happening there? My wife's calling me. Now she's only literally, I would say, 40 yards, 50, and she's calling me. Which modern tech? I'd say bring back the days when it was 50p a minute, because no one used to ring no. You used to have the pager. Remember the old pages? But you couldn't have a pager. People think you listened to
it. I remember all that stuff. Yeah.
The BT Easy Reach. And the phone boxes. Them days are gone, isn't it? It is mad how society's changed, isn't it? How it's going on to all this. Is it for the good? Is it for the better? Is it? I don't know.
You know that thing you talk about?
This is me little dog. Have a look at her. Look.
Oh, that's nice. A bit of a Jack Russell.
She has got Jack Russell in her. 1 second, guys. Let me just turn my camera off. My wife's in. You all right? You hungry?
Yeah.
Oh, bless. You're going to tell everyone how much you weigh on the camera. 16 stone. No, you bloody don't. All right, let me put the camera on. Come and say hello. Come and give me a cuddle. You don't weigh 16 bloody stone.
Yeah, I was going to ask you something about the carp fishing. You know the carp, right? If you keep carp and you've got a pond or whatever, you know, little thing, right? If you get another carp from somewhere else and you put it in that pond, it can give them a disease or something.
Yes, it can. It can. There is a disease going around. Yes, that's right, Jockney. There is a disease going around.
Carp VD.
No, it's not called carp VD. It's called carp herpes.
Syphilis. Yeah.
It's not. It's not. It's not.
Sexually transmitted diseases for carp.
It's imported, right? But it is nasty. And what you've got to do.
About syphilis today.
Right, we're talking about carp, not history. Yeah, I know. Where is he now, Henry the Oak? Oh, right. Okay. Right. Happy days. Right. I'll tell you what, he was a lucky man, wasn't he, Henry the Oak, coming back on that score.
Oh,
He done well for himself, yeah. That was
your lesson in history for the evening, guys.
Yeah, happy days. There you go. You got a lesson in history from the show. Right, so yes, that disease is flowers. Hours in flowers. I've got a woman, oh blimey. That's why do you think I sit in the kitchen and she goes and watches what do you watch, mate? Murder mystery, that's it, you tell her. Menopause, death, murder mysteries and tranquility. You heard that, guys. If I suddenly die, it's not my fault. It ain't my fault.
Very well. You'll be covering carp DNA.
Carp DNA. Happy days. Yes, so that disease, it is bad, and anyone who goes fishing, how it spreads is.
How do you fucking come over it?
I won't come home with carp herpes. I will not.
You won't have to for a week.
Yeah, but I won't have dry nets. My nets will be wet, but I will take dry nets.
You are missing the obvious. You're going to France for a week. Don't come home with herpes. No, herpes. It's gone over your head.
It has, yeah. I'm a bit.
I think all your mates got it.
They probably did. Yeah, they're all probably all laughing at me. They probably are. Yes, so how it spreads that carp disease, CVH, I think they call it, carp herpes virus, something like that. It has got a bit of a name to it. It's through people fishing with wet nets. And they go from one lake to another lake. And if one lake's got it in, they catch a fish. And they go to another lake, and that net's still soaking wet. It lives on the net. It's a bit like what in blood diseases what travel? Bloody hell, not meningitis. They're all talking about me now for talking about carp fishing. What a debate, bloody hell. Only the best. Yeah, so that's how it goes, Jockney. That is how it spreads, mate. It's always dry. I'll make you a cup of tea, but that is how it spreads, is always dry your nets.
Oh, yeah.
It's not. It's part of having sex. That's what it is.
No, it's the.
It is part of having sex.
Yeah, right.
Guess who is the boss? Yes, Jockney is the boss. Oi, that's it, Jockney. She's gone now, Jockney. She read that. She's gone, mate. Good, oi, Jockney. Good man.
Look, if you're going to talk fishing nets, sandbags, and Sainsbury's and fucking ovaries, I ain't sitting in here listening to it. Let me tell you.
Come say hello to the sparrow.
No, I mean no.
Yeah, pee-pee.
No makeup on, no. Midnight, I've got my PJs on. No.
Pee-pee.
Absolutely not. You can hear me, but you can't see me.
Oh, I love you,
And that's
babe.
the role of YouTube.
That is, but I love you. That's all that matters. Right, do me a favour, babe. Shut the door behind you.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I've been down the hallway 3 times now. You don't want in the front door.
Wow. Wow. Do you know what, Jockney?
Yeah.
Normally that would not work. I would have got weighed in. I said, can you shut the door behind you? And nothing happened. Right? She shut the door. Right? We filled it, mate. Hey, manpower. Get on the manpower. Happy fun days.
Yeah, but PP, you misunderstood that comment. That guess who is the boss? It's the you, not you. It's the machine.
Yeah, I know, Jockney, but I didn't want to tell her that. If I'd have told her that, although I've got to say I did get it wrong. So you are right in what you are saying. I will not lie, but I'm glad I did get it wrong, because if I would have got that right, she'd have been here all night, mate, and I would have been bloody hell. Oh, mate, you'd have had to keep this lime stream going for, I don't know, how long could a woman talk for? No disrespect for all you women. I love all you women. I'm a great lover of ladies. But there is one thing which amazed me, and that was the Japanese technology. They designed, in cameras, my son's a photographer. And the Japanese have designed a camera with a shutter speed so fast it can catch a woman with her mouth shut.
Okay, that one. Yeah.
Listen, all you ladies, I love you all. You know that. Right, that was. I'm going to get battered tonight. I'm going to be out here tomorrow. Kevlar. Oh, what was it you said? I'll be in the trenches tomorrow. But I don't mind being in the trenches with all men attacking me. But women, imagine being attacked by women. Bloody hell, that's unimaginable.
Yeah.
And I ain't got many Heineken. I'm nearly out.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about music, because you do a lot of records. You put on records on your channel. You put up like records. You go, this record's a record.
Yes, I do. Yes,
I'll ask you some music question. When was the last time you went to a live concert? The last time you went to a live concert music?
Bloody hell, Jockney. That is, I'm talking years ago, mate. And I mean years ago. There used to be a pub in Catford called the Saxon Tavern. This would have been in the 80s, and they used to have it used to be well known for rock music. You used to get ACD, Saxon, Rush. Everyone from the 80s must remember Rush 2112 and all that album. Used to go down there, Reading Rock. I ain't been to a music concert for years. It's just I love music. Music is it's good for your soul, it's good for your mind, and I think it helps set your personality and things.
Okay, if you've got one group of artists, who would you say is your favourite? If you've got a favourite, or have you just got a cross section of music?
I've got a very cross section. I love Pink Floyd, right? I absolutely love Pink Floyd. They're very good, beautiful musicians. Fleetwood Mac's done some good tunes. There is a few more. You caught me a little bit off the hop here. There is a few more. Pink Floyd's definitely up there in the top groups. There is a couple more I want to say, but I can't bloody think of them. So,
what do you think of this group called Dr. Feelgood? You know this group, Dr. Feelgood?
Dr. Phil? No. I've heard of them.
Yeah,
and I know I've heard of them, but I can't place them. I can't get a tune in my head of them. So I'm a bit selfish. I listen to music I like listening to.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's right.
It takes me out the equation of listening to new music. But I found with a lot of new music, it's not got there's not much art involved with it. If you know what I mean by that. I don't want to be horrible to any groups. There's probably a lot of really good groups out there what I've missed, but I'm just listening to the ones I know and what make me feel good.
Oh yeah, that's right. Who would you say is No, hang on. I was going to ask you, what do you think of the Rolling Stones?
Rolling Stones, I think they were really good. Mick Jagger, brilliant group. Into the what was that era they called it? The with Elton, the Elton John, the Rolling Stones. Can't remember the era. Procol Harmon, what another Procol Harlem, another beautiful group. David Bowie, done some beautiful music from that era. All good groups, all brilliant. Rolling Stones, I think they were the start of commercialisation in a lot of music. Some of their tunes were really good. They've done some good albums. I like them. Bob Dylan, again, another good music. Travelling Wilburys, really good. JJ Cole, absolutely brilliant. They're all coming to me now. I spent years listening to a radio.
Do you know who Reg Dwight is? Reg Dwight?
Reg Dwight. Does he wear big fuck off shoes about that high?
Oh, I can't get
That is Elton John.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, of course I do. Yeah, now Elton John, brilliant singer, brilliant artist. Done some brilliant tunes. I'll tell you, it was a really good performance. People might slag me off for this. Was another good artist was George Michael. George Michael was gay, so I'm not gay. I'm not saying I am or any way, but I think he was a good artist. And I think when they done that performance, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, Elton John and George Michael, that was put together really, really well and brilliant. It was sad. George Michael was taken a little bit early, I think, but I don't know what pressures. Everyone has their own dramas in life. It is what it is.
What about Freddie Mercury and Queen?
Freddie Mercury and Queen, I think they were very good. I used to love that song by them. You're my best friend that I ever had. I can't sing. Yeah. Right, now that was a good song. They've done some good Bohemian Rhapsody. My mum used to love that tune. Very good. Very diverse group for their time. I think he was from Indian heritage, Freddie, but brilliant singer.
Persian, I think Persian,
yeah. Like brilliant singer, brilliant geezer. When you hear the people who he used, like not roadies, like there's a few ladies who's done a few church, like talk about him and things like that. From all accounts, he was a really nice person. He didn't have his head up his ass and give it the large one like someone, like a lot of artists, like Paul Weller. I like Paul Weller, the Jan, the Moz, I love him. But I've heard he had a little bit of an attitude with people. But that is what I heard, but I heard it from a good source. So that's why I'm saying if it was off the bloke in the pub, I wouldn't have said that. So happy days. But I like Paul Weller and I like the music. But I think people should stay with reality.
Do you remember like Band Aid? Do you remember the concert Band Aid?
Of course I do, yeah, 1984.
But that's where like Freddie Mercury, Queen, like blew it away. They were the best.
They did, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Live. That was brilliant. That was, they were good.
It raised a lot of money. And you know, I think when Band Aid come out, I was earning £50 a week working for my dad. My dad was sort of Scottish. He was named after the River Allen. I think it was Dundee. My grandma, she used to be following my granddad up and down the country when he used to come back from obviously World War II. And I think my dad might have been conceived in Scotland and they named him Allen after the River Allen. So I can't remember where I was going with this now. I was going on to my dad and all that. But what was the question, Jockney? Sorry, mate.
I remember. I've got a good one for you. The guy that comes on our channel, like, Liam that sings the songs, and he gets a wig on and all that. He was telling me, I don't know if you were on the live last night, but the story about Rod Stewart. He knew this guy who worked on the railway, like from Euston to, I forget what it was, Edinburgh or something. But anyway, Rod Stewart was on this train thing and the guy worked on the train. He was in a guard or something like that on the train. And he found a wallet, Rod Stewart's wallet. So he says to the guy, like his minders or whatever, oh, when he got to the other end, oh, I've got Rod Stewart's, I found Rod Stewart's wallet, can I give it to him? Because I'm a big fan of him, you know. And he goes, yeah, okay, we'll do that. So he goes up to Rod Stewart, this is true, like Liam at one here.
Yeah, I know Liam.
He goes, oh, Rod, yeah, I'm a big fan of yours and all that. I've got your wallet here. Rod Stewart takes the wallet off him, right? No, what he does, he opens up the wallet and it's all loads of notes, you know, like it's loads of notes in his wallet, all the cash. He just goes like that with his finger to the notes, like, and he goes, oh, yes, it's all here. Put it in his pocket and walked away.
Oh.
Rod Stewart. I didn't even say thanks very much or anything. Here's a tenner. No, back in the days, this was like a long time ago.
Yeah, blimey.
Then when he was in America, Rod Stewart, he heard the other story. He's in a restaurant with all his family and all that, Rod Stewart, friends, family, and he have a big meal and he pays for the meal. And he's driving down the road, or he's not driving, but his wife or somebody's driving. So he looks at the receipt, you know, the receipt for the meal thing, and he looks at it and he goes, turn the car back to the restaurant. Yeah, he's drove down the road. He goes, you've charged me for an extra bottle of water on this receipt. Give me more money. This is Rod Stewart. He's went right downhill in my books.
He has in mind. He has. And that was years ago. Remember, no disrespect to the Scottish. They used to say the Scottish are tight, which they're not. I know some good Scottish people. But bloody hell, mate, see what I mean? That people with their head up their arse.
Yeah,
any normal person, I would have been, with the money he's got, I would have flipped through that wad of notes and bummed it to him.
Yeah,
It would have meant nothing to him.
Rod Stewart's no Scottish, man. He was born in London, just in London somewhere, right?
Yeah, he was South London. He's not from South London.
Yeah, I think he is from South. He's from London. Yeah, but you've got relatives in Scotland, relatives, but he's not a Londoner. Rod Stewart, sorry, Rod Stewart's no Scottish. He's not Scottish.
That is so sad because it's sad. It's a lot of people come from nothing, and a lot of these rock stars do, and that's what I like about some of them. It's like you watch Dave Gilmour. He does that. If you look on YouTube, there's a geezer playing like a load of glasses, and he does like wine glasses, and he really pangs a tune out. I think he was doing "Shine on You Crazy Diamond" or something like that. And he saw, I think it was in Naples, where they do the pizzas. That was in your quiz the other night, the pizza place in Italy. And he saw him and he said, why don't you come and play? We'll pay you. And brought him on stage. Now that is good. People looking out for people.
Yeah,
but I've got to say, the geezer with the glasses, the tune he was doing was absolutely brilliant. It was like the football Ronaldo, when he puts a wig on and he goes and plays football and starts playing with the kids and they're like trying to tackle him and he takes his wig off. See all that? I love all that. It's putting something back into the community and it gives you inspiration. And it don't matter where you're from or what background you got, it's there for you to get out there and get it.
Well, Ozzy Osbourne, you know Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon, you know the one, the Osbournes in LA. They're moving back to, I don't know what it is, Buckinghamshire or whatever. We've got a big house. And the reason why they're moving back, I thought, they want a change or something. They're moving it to LA because they've put the taxes up. They want to pay more tax, like income tax.
Yeah, they've done it, don't they? That's under the Biden administration, I think. When Trump, I'm not being honest, I know a lot of people don't like Trump, but I think how the world works, I think it works very even and it works for everyone. A lot of people will slag, but that's opinions, and opinions are needed because without opinions, it can't steer things. It keeps things on point. So everyone needs an opinion, and everyone's opinion needs to be heard. And I think with Biden, I think a lot of them states, whether they're blue or red, they were banging them taxes, which they will do. It's the same as over here. You look at it over here now, how it's all gone. All that money was given out with this the sea, whatever it was, right? What was going around, the Kung flu. It had to be paid back. So people was taking all that money. Now it's having to be paid back. So what you used to find, if you look back, this is the easiest way of putting it into it. If you look back what you could get a year ago for a tenner to what you could get back now. You look at fuel now, it's astronomical, fuel. And they keep shutting the garages. I understand, and we all need the money to be paid in. It is a system what works. I don't disagree with it, but greediness, I don't like greediness, and I think that's where it's all gone a bit wrong.
Oh yeah, definitely, man, definitely. Yeah. I'm up studio tomorrow with my little Scottish singer, making the song tomorrow.
Brilliant.
Yeah. We had to get her back in, me and my nephew, so we'll be doing that tomorrow, 1 o'clock on the button.
Brilliant. I'll tell you what, Jockney, what I noticed tonight, I think it might be me where I might be playing music on my channel, but I keep getting unsubscribed from channels. So I look and I think, bloody hell, I'm not even subscribed to keep resubscribing. And your channel, I noticed tonight I wasn't subscribed. That's why I was late in. It didn't give me and I always check the schedules. You put schedules out and always press on the schedules. Yes. So guys, always keep your eye on the channels you like.
Yeah. I subscribe to a few channels. You know, I don't do a lot because I'm subscribed to your channel, funny enough. But yeah, no funny like
hold on a minute. Let's rewind here a little bit. What do you mean, funny enough?
No, just like funny enough, like figure of speech. No, because I don't subscribe to loads of channels because when I finish doing all these lives and all that, I don't really watch a lot of YouTube. You know, and then I watch telly a movie or something.
Yeah, it's the same as me. I'm subscribed to a few channels, but a lot of them I am subscribed to because I do not watch them. I only subscribe to the channels I do watch. And I was a bit disappointed because I was unsubbed. So if ever you see me resub to you, Jockney, don't think, what am I doing? It's YouTube. It might be with music. I don't know. I am breaching it because I do get on it a copyright, but they can't copyright me because I'm listening to it from a YouTube channel. So, and it's not an official channel. So I'm hoping I've got a little bit of a grey area. I love grey areas. They always work for me, a grey area.
That's
it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch a lot of other YouTube because, like, by the time I do these lives and all that, like, I want to watch something, you know, on the telly, like dramas and all that, or comedies. Like, so YouTube, I just do what I do, like, but I don't really watch a lot of it, you know, to watch YouTube because I spend time doing this sort of stuff. Like, you know, I think that's enough. Like,
it is, and you spend a lot of time. I got consumed by it. Obviously, I like my friend's channel. He's my mate. I back my mate. Even on YouTube, sometimes you get called out for being wrong for backing your friend. I don't get what that means, you know what I mean? But I do. But sometimes it can consume you. If you do get too much involved with it, you can get really consumed by YouTube. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I don't know. For me, it was a bad thing. So like you, I did knock it on the head and continue with my day and continue with my family. And then I normally use it for about, I have a few comments through the day, do you know what I mean? I put a few snippet comments on, have a quick look while I'm out and about. But after 5, 6 o'clock, it's sort of like my time. I can sit down, chillax, and watch a few channels I like.
That's it. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Yeah. It's, as long as you don't take it seriously and all that sort of thing, is there nothing to it, like, you know, really?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 100%.
It's not worth getting caught up in, you know, like these arguments and all that sort of stuff. Like, it's a waste of time, you know, like all that sort of thing. Like,
it is. It's mad. Some of the arguments are mad. And sometimes you think, I'll have a little laugh, and you have a little laugh and a joke, and you're involved with it, and then it goes a little bit deep, and before you know where it's leading, it can lead you on a path, and then you start getting things on Instagram with personal, when you think, yeah, bloody hell, is this happening? Because all my Instagram's private, and they're finding you and they're messaging you, and you just don't want that. I'm only here for a lot. I don't cause no one no harm. I like to say my piece. If someone's got something to say about me, I will defend myself. I will do that. And I feel that everyone should defend themselves. And that's what I'm trying to build on my channel. I want to get fishing and everything. But I like to bring out, I like to see people who may suffer with anxiety to be able to come out, get on the panel, say what they got to say without feeling anxious, and try and get them out of that shell. They're doing good.
Oh, yeah. I think that fishing thing's a big thing, in it, because it's one of the biggest sports in Britain. You know, angling, fishing.
Angling, brilliant. It is brilliant. And again, it's like YouTube. It's took me off of it. I've had to force myself. Well, I ain't even been fishing. Well, my car's broken down. I've had some real crap luck I have this year. My car's in. It ain't fixed. I'm going to France. So what is going to be the France trip? This is going to be the new beginning of my angling. If I come back and my car ain't fixed, then I'm just going to go and buy another motor. Get that one, chop the cat off it. It's going to sound a little bit mad. I'm going to chop the cat off it, pull all the seats out and go and scrap it, and then get what you can. The catalytic converter's worth a load, but you can't just go and scrap it now. You have to go in there and you have to put your name to the stuff you're scrapping. So don't go chopping people's cats off, because they're worth nothing no more. They used to be, they ain't no more.
See, I always thought people that go fishing are like, how can I put it? Fishing always, anybody I've known that are fit right into fishing, it always becomes a priority for them. You know, like fishing, like becomes a top priority sort of thing. Like
it does, and I've not been able to go out. Like when they come through it, they shut all the lakes, syndicates were shut, and then they opened again. I've been out a couple of times, and I have had, I think I've had one fish. Bloody hell, I think I've only been out about 3 times. Now normally I'd be Oskies all the time. You know what I mean? As soon as I used to deliver, she can't hear me. I used to like have a row with my missus, like, yeah, go on. And I'm Oskies, you know what I mean? I go fishing. You know, happy days, you're away. And then after a while, she had cooled down, you know what I mean? And I just stayed there until she cooled down a little bit and go, oh, what's happening? I'll be all right, I'll come home now. Even if I'm blanking, not caught nothing, I'm out there. And it is a beautiful environment. It's good for your soul, good for your mind.
So do you ever do the thing when you've got a spinner reel? You know, like a spinner reel, you throw the thing out and you do that?
Lure fishing? No, I do not do lure fishing. Some of my friends do. They go on to lure fishing for predators. I was going to go to one in Paxall Park in Birmingham and fish for pike. It's quite big. Where I live here, it is quite big here, lure fishing, because it's full of like drains. We've got like a lot of drainage system. I live in the Fenlands, which was years ago, it was like underwater. They actually drained it. So you got all drains running down it, and they use rivers to up and down. They flood areas in Welney, like a place called Welney. They flood that. And you got all the flats there for bird life, where they have all the bird life. It's a mad environment. So fishing around here is rife, but it's more for predators. I've not really been out fishing for predator fishing for the pike and the zander. Zander is really big around here.
So when you go fishing, when you go fishing normally, and you've got like the hook and all that stuff, and then you have this like float thing. Is that how you do it? You throw it out and you've got a float. The float is
an indicator. If you're fishing for pike, you would use your float. You can fish like dead bait a pike, where you use alarms. I don't fish like that. It can be a long term. I'm trying to find where the fish are, put the rods out, fill it with bait, and hopefully I'm on the fish. If you're not on them, you ain't going to catch them. But if they move on to you, which you're anticipating, then it'll be an alarm, a buzzer, which will start screaming. They don't scream when you're in the deepest sleep possible, and they go screaming off. So you jump up, you put your shoes on, you go running out your bivvy, you hit into it, you feel the big carp, and then it bump you off. You're thinking, what the bloody hell happened there? Yeah, but that's all part of the angle. So it is. I will go through all my tackle on my channel, alarms, how they work, the setups I'm using. I'm looking forward to France, to documenting it. I really am.
Do the alarms work like if you get tilted or something, the rod moves? Is that what's setting the alarm?
Yeah. You can put something on them. Because your line, it'd be better when I show you. Your line to go through, so you're putting a weight on the line. So the weight will hold the suspension of you tighten your clutch up to hold it. So if the fish picks your rod up, picks your lead up and moves, the line will drop back. And when it drops back, you get an indicator on the alarm, and the alarm will ring your buzz box, so it's tell you, and the light will tell you it's dropping back. If it's dropping back, you wind into it. You can fish dropping back, or you can fish tight lines. It's hard to explain that. I will show you how all that works.
Do you ever do fly fishing? Have you ever done fly fishing?
No, my friends are really into it up here. That is, I'd love to get into fly fishing. That is the natural sport. That is where angling all come from. Like the name, I use the name Piscator. Piscator's from the book The Complete Angler. The Complete Angler was wrote it. So it wrote in Old English. So it's very hard to understand what they're talking. But there is, when they talk it through words, it's brilliant. And there was a TV program called The Complete Angler by, not Paul Whitehouse. He's a good angler, Paul Whitehouse. It was by, I will remember who it's by. I will look into that and get back to that. That was by Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton. He done the gravity. Isaac Walton. Yeah. And he goes through the old days when they used to use honey, worms, mud as ground bait, all things like that. But that's match the hatch. To get into your fly fishing, you need to understand, which is the same with anything, with all angling. You've got to understand the watercraft, what they might be feeding on, to what bait you're going to present. It's
another question to you. If you had a pike, a pike, what would you do to cook it, prepare it for food? What would you do?
I've not got a clue, Jockney. I do not eat none of my fish. The only fish I eat are sea fish, and I buy them out of Tesco's or fishmonger. I do not eat no freshwater fish. It's all catch and release.
Well, that guy called something The Farm. You remember that thing called The Farm program? Hugh Fairley Whittingstall, a guy with a pair of specs called the Riverside Cottage or something. I think, Riverside Cottage. And what he does is when you get I think they're called freshwater fish, and they've got loads of stuff in them and all that. So what you do is you put it in a container, and then you've got to run, like clean water.
You leach them. You leach them out. Yeah. Freshwater fish. I was in Thailand. I went to Thailand years ago, and believe me, when I'm hungry, I'm hungry. And I've been in some places where the food has been absolute shit, right? When I was in Thailand, I was absolutely starving, and I can't remember where it was. I was driving, and I found a little village. So I pulled out in the village, and the Thai people, not so much in the urban cities, but the Thai people in general are really nice people. You can pull out at service stations out in the middle of nowhere, and you can sit there. They all play Connect 4. Well, back then they did. So you sit there playing Connect 4, drinking Samsung whiskey. And they're going, we're cooking. So I'm like, I'll have some food. And they were doing catfish. And even with the catfish, they're putting loads of curry powders and things. Thai cooking is really good. The food out there, like pad Thai, is really nice, easy to cook, and full of nutrition. So I've done this catfish, and I'm fucking starving. I mean, proper hungry. I've got the munchies and everything. But I probably ain't ate for a couple of days. So I sat down, and all I've done with it is, even though it had all curry powder and the Thai spices and chilies, all I could taste was river mud. And from that time, I cannot eat freshwater
Well,
fish.
that's because it wasn't clean. Do you know, with the water, you've got to let this thing
Yeah,
run for
let it leach out. It's like
hours
this
and
thing.
hours.
He eats trout. It's like the fly fisherman. It's you catch 5 fish and you got to come off the lake. There ain't a lot of catch and release because they fight to the death, a lot of trout.
So
But I've never fished for them because that's
Yeah.
how I'd have to be. I'd have to eat them, and I couldn't waste it. If I killed something, I couldn't just kill something and leave it. I'd have to eat it. Even if so, it's like my son. We got some guns here, shot a pigeon. I'm like, right, we've got to eat that. And lucky enough, my son's friend was round. He gutted it, skinned it, and got the. But out of a big pigeon, you got like 2 little bits of breast meat out of it. But I'll tell you what, it was nice. It wasn't a bad bit of grub.
Yeah.
You could eat
Have
it.
you ever been on a fishing boat? A fishing boat?
No, I want to do that. I want to charter a boat with a good few friends. Get out there, because some of them you can go out and fish for haddock, cod, and when you catch them, they will fillet the fish and eat it. Which I don't want to kill no fish, but if I can eat it, I will eat it. So you're getting fresh fish and chips out the sea, and it's meant to be the best. So that's something I'm going to look into. My dad, he used to fish for sea fish down in Dungeness, and
I've been there, Dungeness.
yeah, Dungeness, power station off the pier. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they've got the big power station there. Well, when you've got a power station, it's the same as anywhere. You're getting a hot water outlet. When you've got a hot water outlet, that's where you want to fish for. That's where the fish are going to be. It's going to attract food. Same as angling, really. Same as anything. If you're in the river and you've got a river splitting, it splits between 2 islands. If you can get to the point of that island, I guarantee you, what I mean by the point is where it's splitting in a V, this bit here between the V, when the current runs that way, you're going to get a food supply stuck there. So it's going to be a natural food trap. So that's where you would put a rig. Now that's a good bit of information I've given out there. And that's where you'd want to go. Poor bloody hell, my dog's farted. Oh,
Yeah, that bit of information that you just gave us with a rig. Do you want to just? Do you want to just say that bit again? The place where you put the rig. Say that again.
You'd put it on a point. So say if you've got the water coming towards me, say, and then you've got like a island or a bank, anything what's rising by, anything what's in it. Say an island, where the water's hitting that island, when the tide's coming this way or the current's pulling this way towards me, all the food what's coming downstream to hit that will be trapped around there. That will be a hold. That will hold fish. Yeah, and same with any inlet or outlet. You know, when you see an inlet of water coming into somewhere, whether it's warm water's always good, or cold. You know, when you get like certain drains where it's like a runoff from the drain system or going to a river, that will create, you're going to get worms, maggots, eggs. They'll all go in there, natural food. That's why fly fishing, match the hatch, it's very artistic. The way they do it, they tie the flies to match the flies what are being the rises out of the water, like the mayfly, all sorts of flies. It's poetry in motion, you could call that.
Well, some of them flies, you know, them flies like the antique ones, you know, ones that were done years ago. Some of these flies are worth thousands of pounds. You know the flies.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
like
of course.
People have made them, you know, like with the stuff and all that. Like, I've got another one. The thing, would you say that fishing is like meditation? Would you say fishing is like meditation?
Yes, I would. I would say it's very much like meditation. You concentrate on the water. You're looking about what's going on around you. You're cleansing your soul of all what's going on the outside world. You're focusing on what's around you, and it's tranquility. You're getting a real positive peace of mind. So yeah, it's definitely like meditation.
No, it's good, that, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Jockney, I'm going to jump off. I've done loads. Go on, one more question. Go on,
This is the
Jockney.
last one. When you're do you ever listen to music while you're fishing? Like, you know, if you got
Blimey. Jockney, I'm the loudest fisherman. You can see I base it on lakes what are near motorways. So I think if they near the motorway, they can hear it. But I'll dance, I'll sing, I even talk to myself in my bivvies. Sometimes your friends come up and think, who's he fucking talking to? They think I'm on the phone. I ain't even on the phone. I'm sitting there talking stuff. So, stealth is not one of my fortes, but it does work for me. But listen, guys, Jockney, happy days.
Yeah. Catch you all the time, man.
Definitely. Big up.
See you. Good night. Bye. Yeah, that was an interesting conversation with Peepy about the fishing. Yeah, I'm up the studio tomorrow, 1 o'clock, to do the track with the little Scottish singer, my Scottish singer, in the studio. Chances are I may not be on air tomorrow night on YouTube tomorrow night, because I think I need to have the night off if I'm going to be late in the studio in the afternoon, depending how this track goes. All the music's done. It's just she's got to record the vocals. We'll get that done tomorrow, and the other songs will be done by the end of the month. I'm hoping to get out the 2 new songs, studio produced, videos as well. I'm doing one, but I'm not really a singer. But I want to just do this one song, pet project I had. I'll do that. Then you won't see me studio produce music ever again. It's just the one song. But my other little Scottish singer, I'm very, very excited about that song, because I think if you check out the song on my channel at the moment called The Sun Is Shining Down on Me by Mary O'Donnell, fantastic Scottish singer Mary O'Donnell. It's the very first video I've done on my channel here. Check it out later or tomorrow. It's called The Sun Is Shining Down on Me, Mary O'Donnell. I wrote the song and my nephew does the music. It's the same thing tomorrow. I've wrote these 2 songs. I'll record one. Scottish wee singer will record the other one, and the nephew does the music to both of them. Yeah, he's already done the music for the songs, but we have to go in and do the tracks, and he will be video shot with them. Hopefully I will post the videos by the end of the month. You'll at least get one of them by the end of the month. But I'm really excited about this Scottish wee singer song, because the lyrics are good. And I think if she does the business with it singing, it will be really fantastic. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So it's coming up near 1 o'clock. I'll go through the chat, say a few good nights to people, and we'll call it a night, innit? The Late Show was very successful tonight with PP, all about music and fishing. Very, very interesting. It's a good hobby to have. I think that fishing is a very good hobby for meditation as well, isn't it? Just sitting on the riverbank. You can put music on as well while you do it. Yeah, you can listen to music. Like, but try not to annoy a lot of other fishermen if they're nearby. Cast the rod out and all that. Sit back, relax, catch a few fish, get out the fresh air. Innit? Fresh air as well, countryside, yeah, greenery, river, all the elements of nature. It's a good thing, it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a night, and I'll just go through the chat and say good night to a few people. If you haven't already subscribed to the Sparrow channel, do it after this. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of any spontaneous lives or what have you. Subscribe to the Sparrow channel and you hit the notification bell. I do these 2 night lives, late shows on Friday and Saturday nights, 11 to 1. They're laid back, aren't they? Yeah, they're laid back. And that one was very laid back tonight. That was quite good. So just say good night to a few people. All right, we'll say good night. I'll start up here. good night with Pandeco. Good night, Pandeco. Good night to the Fighting Irish. Yeah, good night, Fighting Irish. Good night to Peanut, aka Harlan Mutasami. Good night, Harlan. Good night to the DG Backup. Good night to the DG Backup. Yeah, good night. Good night to the one and only Cat Weasel. Yeah, good night to Cat Weasel. Good night to Looney Tunes. Yeah, good night, Looney Tunes. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let me go back a bit here. Good night to the Manx Man. I love man, the Manx Man. Good night to the one and only Old School Pete. Yeah, Old School Pete. Good night to the Yorkshire's finest. Oh, yeah. Good night to DG Backup. If I haven't already said good night to him. Good night, DG Backup. Good night to... Where am I? Catching there, go through here. Good night to the one and only, my co-hostess with the mostest, Diane Hunter, aka the Dancing Queen. Good night, darling. Good night to the Old School Pete, I think I said already. Good night to Cokie, Barry Cochran, aka Cokie. Yeah, good night, fella. Yeah, good night to David Tarpett. Good night, David Tarpett. Have a really good night's sleep, fella. Good guy, David Tarpett is. Good night to the Gary Laidlaw. Few bevy, few spliffs for Gary. He's chilling out. Ooh, he's chilling. Good night to the enter the 420 mod. Enter the 420 mod. Yeah, good night to the 420 mod. Oh, good night to the one and only PP, South London legend and fisherman and into the music. Enjoyable chat with PP. Thank you for that, PP. Good night to you, fella. Good night to... Yeah, good night to Foot Golf's coming home. Yeah, good night to Foot Golf's. And good night to Golden Nugget, 420. Good night, 42 Nugget. Sorry, good night, Nugget 420. Where are we? I can't do this thing at this time of night, but good night to the Purple Aki and the Purple Tracky Incognito mode. Purple Aki and the Purple Tracky Incognito mode. Purple Aki and the Purple Tracky Incognito mode. I don't want to sing too loud because I've got neighbours. It's quiet around here. Yeah, and I don't want to make too much noise. Good night to the Colin Neil. Whoa, good night, Colin. Where am I? Good night to fact notification. He always sticks to the facts, is fact notification. Good night to the fact notification. Yeah, good guy he is. Good night to the Yorkshire's finest. Good night to the Yorkshire's finest. Oh yeah, good night to the PTC, Paul Taylor Cook. Yeah, good night, Paul Taylor Cook. Good night to the Golden Nugget 420. Yeah, I've said that already. Good night to the Colin Neil. Colin Neil. Good night, Colin Neil. I think we're getting near the end. Let me have a check. Yeah, that's it. And then I'll say, oh, here's good night to the Flying Monk. Monk. Good night, Monk. Yeah. I've caught everybody there. I've got everybody. Just say good night again to PP. Good night to the South London legend. PP, good night. Oh, well, what's going on there? What's going on? And then last but not least, I'll say, yeah, good night again last time to my hostess with the most, the one and only Diane Hunter, aka the Dancing Queen. And the final good night goes to the one and only Chief Executive, second in command of Sparrow Channel. Wonderful, tremendous, terrific, lovely, beautiful Peggy. Good night, darling. Oh, kisses to Peggy. Oh, kisses to Diane Hunter. Oh, kisses to the chat. That's for the ladies in the chat. The fellas can duck. That's only for the ladies. Yeah. I'll catch you maybe tomorrow. I might be on tomorrow if I get back from the studio in time, but it's looking like it'll probably be Monday night. So have a good Sunday. As I say, I'm at the studio. It's doubtful tomorrow night, but we'll leave it open. If you don't see me tomorrow night, you'll see me on Monday night on the early live. So good night, my people, my people. Have a great Sunday. Bye for now. My people, my people. I'm still here, aren't I? Yeah, I'll do it again. Good night, my people, my people. Have a great Sunday.